Hey guys, I just want to put you through one of my chest, shoulder, tricep workouts. Just slowly getting into my off season. Weight's starting to climb up a little bit. Pretty excited to make some improvements this season. So just started off with some hammer incline here today. Just really try to focus on getting that good squeeze, a good stretch. If you might notice here, I like to keep my elbows pretty high up here. I don't like to tuck them in too much, which I've done in the past. I find that keeping the elbows nice and flared out wider really hits the upper chest more. Just be aware of your shoulders because it does put a little more strain on your shoulders, but for me, I don't feel it at all. And I really hit the upper chest a lot more by doing that. Then I went over to just a basic press machine here. Just put the seat a lot higher. Keep the handles nice and low. If you notice here, it's at the lower part of my chest, and so now I'm trying to hit the lower part of my chest here, angling my body a little bit, putting my butt off the seat a little bit to create a little bit more of an angle. Just really trying to focus on getting a good stretch and a good squeeze here. Like this machine a lot. Just basically similar to dumbbells, but just a lot more control. And so what I like to do here is a couple sets of those, and then I like to change the hand grip since it's ready here on this machine. And I just find that this hits the chest a little bit differently, hits a little bit more of the inner chest. It's just, since they're here anyways, I like to vary it up. I'm always trying to switch things up and vary angles up. Instead of just doing 4 regular sets of the other way, I'd rather just do 3 sets the standard way, standard grip, and then like maybe 2 sets of these, just for something different since it's there anyways. And then we moved over to some incline for chest flies. I'm using the preacher bench here. I tried something different here. I haven't really done these before. I really like these a lot though. I got a really good stretch, and I really felt it good in my upper chest here. I'll usually use an incline bench to do this, but today decided to use the preacher bench. Just something different. I'm always trying to change things up, and that's the key too, so you don't get stagnant. Is always trying to change different exercises up to hit the muscles in a different way, and it's just, keeps it from getting boring as well. So, but the main thing is just to hit the muscles from a little bit of a different angle. It seems like it's still an incline, but honestly, it is different the way I'm doing it here. So basically, just leaning over on the preacher bench here with my back, kind of folded over on the other side, and just really getting a good stretch and a good squeeze. As you can see here, not crazy weights. Like I said, I'm just slowly getting back into my off season here. Strength is just starting to slowly climb. But even having said that, I probably wouldn't use crazy amount of weights anyways, because once you do, then you start incorporating too many other secondary muscles, and I'm really trying to concentrate on just the pecs here. So we did those, and then we decided to move over to some flat flies. Same type of thing, pretty basic here, just a regular type of fly. And what I'm trying to do here is just get a good stretch at the bottom, and at the top is I'm kind of trying to straighten my arms out a little bit. It might be a little bit hard to notice here, but I am trying to straighten them out and basically get my elbows to touch instead of the dumbbells to touch. As far as you can see here, I can't even get the dumbbells to touch because my pecs are contracting too much already as it is. People are always, even like on the pec deck, people are always trying to get the handles to touch. I'm always trying to get them not to touch, because I know by doing that I'm getting maximum contraction in my pecs, just like as you see here. I can't really touch the dumbbells together. If I wanted to, I could, but then I'm just shortening the range. What I'm trying to do here is I'm getting a good stretch. Then as I come to the top, I'm kind of trying to straighten out my arms. It's hard to straighten them out completely, but that's what I'm trying to go for. And what that does is just basically gives me maximum contraction of my chest, so they can squeeze together and I don't touch the dumbbells together. It's just like similar on the pec deck. Very, very similar. So finish up those for chest. And then we decided to move over onto doing some shoulders. We decided to start off with some side laterals today. Some days I'll start off with just a regular overhead press. Some days I'll start with the side laterals and then move on to the press. Like I said, always changing things up, trying different things, just so not to get stagnant and just to shock the muscles a little bit. This is as some of you might know, this is my favorite way of doing my side laterals, is leaning against the the backrest of a regular pad. It's got a perfect little angle there because you want to be angled forward a little bit when doing your side laterals to really hit the side delts hard. And by doing them that way, you take away all momentum. And then we decided to go over to some overhead press. I decided to use the machine today. Really getting a good bottom stretch and good at the top. A big mistake I see a lot of guys when they're doing this kind of movement is they're not coming down low enough. And you got to remember that low bottom part coming out from the bottom is actually where you're getting most of your shoulder activation. The top, when you get to the top, you're just locking out and hitting a lot of triceps. So we did a couple sets of those, and again, a different grip they have on this machine. So I did 3 the standard way, 3 sets the standard way, and then 2 sets like this. This way, it's just a different type of press, just hitting a little bit more front delt. Since I'm here anyways, and it has the different handles, why not? Instead of doing 4 sets the regular way, the regular grip, why not do 3 sets of that, and then I'll do 2 sets of these, just a different way, a different press, hitting the hits the front delts a little bit more. Again, trying to hit the shoulder from different angles. And then we decided to do some front raises. I really like this machine a lot. It's actually used for biceps mostly, but I played around with it and decided to try it out one day for front raises. And I just love this. This is my favorite way of doing front raises. It creates constant tension. So what I'll do is I'll do majority of front raises, and then at the end I'll just do some upright rows just to really burn out the front delts. But yeah, I really like this machine a lot. And like I said, just because the machine is made for a certain way, like this one for biceps, doesn't mean you need to use it that way. And then after shoulders were done, we decided to move on to some triceps now. There's a dip machine right here, right next to that front raise, the cable machine that we did the front delts on. So we decided to hit some dips here on this machine. Pretty good machine for dips. I like it a lot. Really good control. And just really trying to concentrate on getting a good stretch at the top and then a good squeeze at the bottom, really trying to hit the triceps hard on the squeeze on the way down. Again, here we go, just getting a really good stretch at the top. I'm a big believer of full range of motion, as some of you already know. So I'm bringing up my arms as high as they can for the tricep to get a full stretch, and then I'm really trying to squeeze hard to get that, locking out on my triceps, getting a good squeeze there, and really trying to burn them out hard. So I really like this machine a lot, and I'll do these every once in a while. And just finishing off the triceps here, and then after we're done here, we're gonna move on to some cable press downs, which I always throw in. I always switch it up though. Sometimes it's easy bar, sometimes it's straight bar, sometimes it's rope. Always one kind of press down. I think you only need one press down. I don't think you need to do like say rope and bar and etc. I think just one push down exercise is good enough. Here we're using the easy curl bar. And what I actually will do with this is I'll do 4 sets, and I'll do 2 sets close grip and two sets wide grip, just something a little bit different. And then we decided to do some overhead tricep extensions here with the same bar, since we're already here anyways. I really like the stretch I get from this one. I bring back my arms as much as I can without trying to bring my elbows back, and just get a really good stretch and just good squeeze, good lockout at the end there. But I really like the stretch I get from bringing them back. And then at the end, I'll just kind of bring up my elbows back a little bit just to force out a couple more reps. I'm a big believer of force reps. Just using a little bit of momentum to squeeze out a couple more reps. But the problem is people use too much momentum right from the start, and that I don't like. So then from here, we decided to do one of my favorite finishing exercises for triceps. It's the one arm overhead extension. Like I said, as you can see here, the full range of motion here. Look how far back I can bring the dumbbell, and I can get a good, nice lockout at the top. I see guys all the time using a huge, heavy weight and using 2 hands, and it just looks funny. First of all, they look funny just trying to get it up there. It looks dangerous. And then I see them just basically doing lockouts. They're not getting that full range of motion, and you can't, and for me, I can't get that full range of motion. But as you can see here, I can bring back the dumbbell as far down as it goes, and then lock it out of the top. But be careful when you do. If you haven't done this exercise before, really start off light, because I'm telling you, when you get down to that bottom, coming out of the bottom part, it's pretty heavy. So whatever you think you're going to use, maybe go lighter at first and then work your way up. As you can see here, I think I'm using a 50-pound dumbbell or something like that. And then at the end, I like to get a good little stretch there, just to really stretch out the triceps. And I pretty much finish up the triceps. And then we're just doing a little bit of fun posing here at the end. So just trying to build up that chest thickness more and everything all around. To be honest, build up the shoulders, and it's about bringing everything up. And yeah, so that's a wrap.